Feely's ball. And Al Arabi with the header, but only picked out Saul. Falls to Watson. Working hard on him is Talarico. Had to go back and retreat. That was okay. And Gergic. Combining with Uzcott. Back in the lineup is Tommy Uzcott. A long ball forward from Al Arabi. Now this might set up Davy Van Schip. An early chance for Pascoe Vale. Davy Van Schip is offside. Flag eventually goes up. And both sides have been lively in these opening 2 minutes. It's Giselle who goes midfield. Now Saul. Comes unstuck. Georgopoulos had 2 Knights to deal with, and eventually Frunich wins it back for Melbourne Knights. Watson couldn't find a way through. This is Balan just behind midfield. Pushed off the ball. That is a foul against Tommy Uzcott. Gonzalo Abascal. Short ball for Balan. We will hear from Josip Hertog in a moment as Pascoe Vale again go on the offensive, but the ball through can't pick out Georgopoulos, I should say. Ball's out of play as Jersic tried to set up another attack with Albano. As the ball ricochets up in the air. Falls Pascoe Vale's way, but Calabria couldn't clear out the first time. Eventually did. Bryce, who's had a very good start to this NPL campaign, is back there for Melbourne Knights. He's going to have to go back to Chuckaroon here. A somewhat pressured clearance in the end. All's well that ends well for Melbourne Knights. This is Bryce once more. The searching ball for Watson. Can't get it past the Pascal. Still a chance though for Knights. No foul there on Albano. Frunich. This is Saul on the left. Now to cross from Watson. Just a little too heavy. That'll be out for a throw. Josip Herzog joins the coverage now. Josip, big game tonight.
Yeah, massive game tonight. I mean, you have 2 teams who really both need a win tonight. Pascoe Vale at home will be looking to make sure they secure the 3 points against the Knights team that hasn't won in the last 2 games. It's good weather for football, and Knights in their white kits, Pascoe Vale in their blue, should be in for an entertaining contest.
We had 5 goals in the under-20s prior to this. A 3-2 win for Melbourne Knights. Another attacking foray here for the visitors. The long throw. Calabria able to clear out and find Georgopoulos. Now Van Schip. A couple of Melbourne Knights around him and unable to retain possession. Here's Saul. Couldn't quite pick out Albano. Pascoe Vale on the counter. Hatzakostas on the edge of the area. Van Schip trying to provide a passing option, but eventually Melbourne Knights get back and clear the ball out. It's Vikovic's ball. He's only going to pick out Feely. And the whistle's gone here. Not sure why, Josip.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think they gave a offside there on Hamish Watson as the long ball came over the top as Hamish Watson cheekily tries to kick the ball away. But yeah, it looks like it's been given for the offside on Hamish Watson.
Yeah, the flag was up. So there is Watson getting involved again, but Pascoe Vale do well to regain possession. Has the Costas now on the left this time. Georgopoulos might have a look at the shots, and does! And an early score for Pascoe Vale. Only 6.5 minutes in, and the hosts lead.
Yeah, it was great work there by Jonathan Vakirtsis as he applied the pressure there to win the ball for Pascoe Vale. And as the ball was won, it was great work to get the ball out to Georgopoulos, and Georgopoulos making no mistake with he had a lot of time on the ball there. Georgopoulos it was on the edge of the box, and it was a clinical finish, hit the post where the ball came from, and had Chakarun in no man's land.
Played his first game for the year against Avondale and impressed, and now has 2 goals to his name. Does Nick Georgopoulos. And that's the ideal start for Pascoe Vale this evening. Is Gergic looking to pick out Albano. And here is the Melbourne Knights number 7. All came unstuck at midfield for a moment, but Wooscock retained it for Melbourne Knights. Saul wins the throw here. Wooscock thought about a shot from long range. Just played it into the area. Nothing came of that. It's played back to midfield. Nice outside of the foot pass by Bryce to pick out Saul. The left foot cross. Took a deflection as it came off Saul's boot. Just on the edge of the area here. Pascoe Vale get back in numbers. Georgopoulos the goal scorer. Not a great touch, but Pascoe Vale will escape with possession eventually. Zvikovic in tight quarters did well. Saul, the long range ball, that was okay, and the first time shot's well over the bar from Albano.
Yeah, it was a nice little move there from the Knights. As they won the ball there, the ball came from Saul on the left-hand side. With the little deflection, it made its way to Watson, and the little touch was a bit unsettling for Albano, but leaning back, he snapped at the shot and evidently flew over the bar. Out for a Pascoe Vale goal kick. Another notable mention, I mean, you have a look at the Knights, the way they've set up. You've got Luke Jurcic coming back into the squad, playing right back. But as one of their important men comes back in Tomislav Wooscock after that red card in the top of the table clash against Avondale, you have a look at Nikola Jurkovic isn't in the side tonight as Albano goes forward.
Onside as well. Now Watson has Balan pressuring him. Deflects through and an easy collect for Feely in the end. Pascoe Vale again looking to quickly counter. This is Talarico. Balan, and now Bernabeu Madrid. Combining with Balan, that touch has the ball go out of play. Right in front of the Knights bench.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go against the linesman there. I think that one actually was kept in by Bernabeu Madrid. He done really well in that one too to get around Corey Saul, I think that was. But it's gone out for a nice throw-in.
We had a good view of it right in front of our broadcast area. Saul only picks out Al-Arabi with his throw, but Knights were away, and Watson just left the ball behind there. Zvikovic. Knights attack through to right-hand side once more. Wooscock. Out wide to the left once more. Saul wants to get onto his left. Does now. The low cross. And the last touch was Zvikovic out for a goal kick.
Yeah, the ball came in from the left from Saul. I mean, Corey Saul has been doing a great job to get a few balls in, but as that one come in, even if Sitkovic didn't get onto that one, I believe Nick Feely had his hands all over that as the ball comes out to Hakeem Al-Arabi.
Deflected ball went vertical. Al-Arabi again. Can't quite pick out Georgopoulos. Here is Hakeem El Arabi. Bland for Georgopoulos. That through ball won't work out for Pascoe Vale, all the way through to Chukarun. The 7th minute goal from Nick Georgopoulos, separating these two sides after almost 12 minutes of play here at CB Smith Reserve. Here is Saul once more. He's been busy to start this one. Adrian Tallarico just got in his way. If you are watching us on the NPL Victoria Facebook page, be sure to leave your comments throughout the evening. Hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. It's been a lively start. Here's Uzcock. Can Albano keep this one in play? He can. Did well to get the cross in the end. It was quickly repelled out, though, by Pascal. Knight's throw in front of the Pascoe Vale social area. Here's Davey Van Schip. Trying to pick out Georgopoulos and does so. Immediately pressured, though. Van Schip got back to support. Now Bernabeu Madrid on the left. Has Tallarico at the top of the area. It's his only option. Now Davey Van Schip moves his way back into an attacking position, but Saul is there for Melbourne Knights. His pass wayward. Franjic did well. Here's the Melbourne Knights captain. Zvikovic looking to combine with Saul. In the end, opts to go all the way back to Chukarun. Luzcock's been busy as well as Josip.
Yeah, he's so important in the Knights setup. I mean, that was so evident last week against South Melbourne. They had Joseph Franjic drop in to play that DM role instead of playing the more advancing role like he is tonight. And just to go, it just went to show. I mean, they didn't offer much up in the midfield, and as soon as South got their goal in the second half, the Knights just dropped. They had no creativity, and that's something that Tomislav Uskok does bring to the field. But on the other hand, he does bring some incidents like he did against Avondale. When you see, you get 2 yellow cards in the first half, it's not something that you want to see from such an influential and experienced player. Of course, ex-A League with the Central Coast Mariners. As David Van Schip comes up against Saul here.
He goes down, and that does draw a whistle. And a chance at a set piece here for Pascoe Vale. Gergic was the instigator. And there will be a free kick just outside the area here for Pascoe Vale.
And that's another influential player you can talk about. I mean, David Van Schip has been at the forefront of the headlines of NPL Victoria for a very long time. He's scored 7 goals this year already. We are at round 9, so that is a very good number of goals so far. And now you've got the young number 12, Georgopoulos, the goal scorer, who is looking to whip this one in for Pascoe Vale.
Can Pascoe Vale double their lead here? Very early in the piece. The cross in. Couldn't quite pick out El Arabi. Now the free kick to go Melbourne Knights' way. It remains 1-0 after 15 minutes.
I was at the game where Pascoe Vale travelled to Dandenong City. It was, I believe, round 3. When they won 1-0, and it just goes to show. I mean, Davey Van Schip had an opportunity, a one-on-one, and he missed that one-on-one, and then a minute later he was gifted another one-on-one opportunity, and he put it away. And it just goes to show, I mean, if you get lucky enough for Davey Van Schip to miss one, you are not allowed to give him a second opportunity, and that's something that the Knights haven't been able to be absolutely clinical with tonight. I mean, they have given away a few opportunities, and I think it's only time until Pascoe Vale do double their lead.
Bland gets it back for Pascoe Vale. Had Van Schip to his left and Bernabeu Madrid to his right. Went to the former. 3 defenders on Van Schip. Comes unstuck in the end. Here's Zvikovic. Was there a handball there? I think there was. Rahimi had the ball touch his hands, and a free kick for Melbourne Knights. This is Marijan Zvikovic. Plenty of space here for Saul. If he can chase this ball down, he can't. Hakeem El Arabi to take the throw. Taking his time is Hakeem. Eventually goes down the line. Couldn't quite pick out Felipe Bernabeu Madrid. Has to be the best name in NPL Victoria. Franjic does keep this in play. An attacking chance here for Melbourne Knights. Albano couldn't get around Talarico, but it is a Melbourne Knights throw. Quickly taken by Saul. Uzcock. The cross in. Couldn't quite pick out Watson. Saul, though, can send it back in for Melbourne Knights. Across goal. Shot quickly blocked. That was off the boot of Giselle. And here's Davey Van Schip. Does win it back for Pascoe Vale, and Bernabeu Madrid's onside here. Felipe Bernabeu Madrid has to go back. Just a bit too much with the dribbling. And it came unstuck as Franjic and Hakeem El Arabi collide. The throw falls Melbourne Knights' way. The intensity is up here at the moment. Both benches quite vocal as Vikovic does go with the switch. El Arabi gets in the way of that searching ball.
Yeah, it was great work there from the man on the ball now, Ivan Grgic, as Bernabeu Madrid was advancing forward, the one-on-one situation, as we'll just break for Zvikovic here.
Doesn't quite get there in the end. Well played by Pascoe. Out for a throw.
Yeah, it was Ivan Grgic there. He was doing an absolute fantastic job of just halting Bernabeu Madrid as he was trying to jump onto his right foot. Didn't allow him. Had to go on his left, and then it was good setup there from the Knights to stop that attack just a minute ago as Corey Saul gets ready to give a throw in here.
Uzcock. Pressured by Georgopoulos. Hasn't disposed of it yet. Does now. Franjic back to Bryce. Went looking for Saul, but Talarico was the man he picked out. Here's Davey Van Schip. Here's Felipe Bernabeu Madrid onside. He is again. To go 2-0 up. Great save by Chakaroon. They're not out of danger yet, though. Davey Van Schip goes down. No whistle. Troubles averted in the end. Now Melbourne Knights quick to counter. Until Hakeem El Arabi gets in the way for Pascoe Vale. You could easily argue it should be a 2-0 game here. Here's Felipe Bernabeu Madrid again for a third time in only a couple of minutes. Inside the area, looking to pick out Davey Van Schip, just didn't get boots of ball. It remains with Pascoe Vale for the moment. Davey Van Schip has Talarico at the top of the area, decides to concede a little bit of ground. Vikertis and Belan. Here's Van Schip. Nice little run made there by Rahimi. The cross in. Talarico's going to chase this one down for Pascoe Vale. It's Adrian Talarico for Georgopoulos. The man who has found the back of the net so far tonight in these first 21 minutes. Had to take on Uzcock and lost that battle. The experienced one out that time. Here's Vikovic. Hakeem El Arabi on him. Gets around Hakeem. Marijan Zvikovic. The cross in. Pascoe Vale out of danger. Rahimi was there. Now the ball's cleared out. High-octane football this at the moment.
It's been fantastic to watch this half as the cross comes in.
Jessic won the header. And the Knights again go searching into the area. Al Arabi clears out. Woolscock and Sewell both have been very busy for Melbourne Knights. Looking to get this back square. Sewell with the in-swinger. Couldn't quite pick out Franjic. And he's out for the first corner of the evening.
Yeah, when you have somebody like David Van Schipt who can just thread a pass through like he did there just a minute ago to Felipe Bernabeu Madrid, and he just killed off three Melbourne Knights defenders with the one ball, and Harry Chakaran doing an outstanding job there to make himself large enough for Bernabeu Madrid to not be able to find a way around him as Cvitkovic gets ready to whip in across here.
Outswinger. Couldn't quite pick out Watson. Quickly cleared out by Rahimi. Just went for touch, really. Forces Melbourne Knights into their own half as Chakaroon will receive this throw-in. Heavy first touch there by Albano. Ended up taking a while before he could end up attempting the pass to Watson. Here is the cross. Albano won't quite reach him. Hakeem Al Arabi there again. High clearance by Talarico, slightly miscued. Franjic looking to keep it alive. Deflects out, last touch off Melbourne Knights.
Got some news from the other game that's getting played at the moment. Altona Magic have had a fantastic start up against Dandenong City at Frank Holohan Soccer Complex. Altona Magic have the lead. They opened up their account within the first 2 minutes. So it's been a fantastic start in both of tonight's matches.
That game running about 15 minutes behind this one. Only 2 games tonight in NPL Victoria. Albano. First touch was heavy. Allowed Hakeem Al Arabi enough time to go back and challenge, and eventually it ends up with Nick Feely. Volante Ferrante on the Pascoe bench, very vocal as per usual. Over the head of Van Schipt that time. Easy collect for Chakaroon. Here's Corey Sewell, right in front of our broadcast area. Gergic. Cvitkovic. Knight's throw to be taken by Sewell. Goes to his captain. Franjic. That's a nice ball, looking for Albano, who's onside here. To left foot cross. Great save by Nick Feely. It should be 1-1. Watson never had a chance. Feely got there first. It's a corner and a wonderful save by the Pascoe Vale keeper.
Albano's ball across the goal was fantastic. It was weighted perfectly, just far enough from Nick Feely. And as the ball came to Hamish Watson, who's already got 5 on the mark this year, but hasn't scored in the last 4 games, unbelievable save there from Feely, keeping his side in it.
Corner only picks out Georgopoulos, and then Hakeem El Arabi clears out. Not a great touch by Davey Van Schipt to give up possession tonight. Jessic coming over to take the throw.
We've seen some fantastic saves. I mean, Nick Feely just there saving his team, and then Harry Chakaran about 6-7 minutes ago when he stopped that one-on-one up against Felipe Bernabeu Madrid. Fantastic work from the keepers, but the Knights do find themselves 1-0 down.
And here is Feely again. A much easier collect at that time. It's been a great start for Pascoe Vale this evening. Pascoe. Belan. Bernabeu Madrid on side again. Chakarun was a long way out. Couldn't get past him in the end. He was quick to clear. And now to counter-attack once more for Melbourne Knights. Albano goes down in the area. Nothing to see here according to the referee.
Yeah, I've got to agree with the referee there. Albano did some great work there to skip past a few defenders, but unfortunately there was just too many of them there and he lost his balance.
Price beats Van Schip to that ball. And here's Uscock. El Arabi again in the right spot as the ball comes down. Nice touch by Georgopoulos to pick out Belan. Pascoe look to put together another attack. Bernabeu Madrid a long way back that time. Here's Zvitkovic. Working inside quarters here, Knights, as Saul goes to Franjic. Just no way through at the moment for Melbourne Knights. Goes all the way back to Chakarun.
Yeah, they're weighing out their options at the moment, the Knights. It's been a fantastic first, nearly half an hour of football here at CB Smith Reserve. The Knights are now looking for a way to see if they can maybe equalise before the half-time to set up a fantastic second half of football.
Watson's landed awkwardly here. The throw's going to go Melbourne Knights' way. Saul quickly takes the throw. The right foot cross this time, the in-swinger. Tallarico repels it out. Nice throw once more.
Yeah, Tallarico was able to get in front of Anthony Juzel, who was in the box there. But we'll see if the Knights can conjure up something else here.
Zvitkovic gets around two Pascoe Vale defenders. Couldn't get around a third. Still a Knights ball though. Watson trying to work his way through. One-on-one with the keeper was Giselle. Another great save by Philly.
Yeah, Hamish Watson ball there. He was standing at the edge of the box and he's threaded it through to Giselle, and Giselle had so much time on the ball there and he just could not set his feet enough. Looked like he was going to go for that back post to go around Nick Feely, but opted to go for the front post, and Feely made himself large enough as Zvitkovic looks to whip in the corner here. Every
corner of the night so far has been Melbourne Knights. Feely may have just got a slight touch on that. Giselle, this time on the right. Price. And now Jersic look to pick out Watson, who was a bit clumsy on the ball. Eventually lost it. Bryce wins it back though for Melbourne Knights. Here is Watson. The shove on Rahimi is called.
Yeah, the Knights will be disappointed here. I mean, they've had a good stretch over the last 5 or so minutes. Being able to create two one-on-one opportunities where you would believe at least they should have put away one and at least had this game tied up. But let's hope for the Knights' sake they won't be looking back on those two opportunities at the end of the game.
It's been an outstanding first half hour by Nick Feely. Corey Saul. Uscock worked well on Tallarico there. Saul threads the ball through, but no one home for Melbourne Knights, and Feely's going to clear this one out. Just a short pass to Pascoe. El Arabi looking for Bernabeu Madrid, but Saul's going to get there first for Melbourne Knights. Some good pressure there from Bernabeu Madrid, but it does go out for a goal kick in the end.
Yeah, just through that last break of play right in front of our tower here, you had Felipe Bernabeu Madrid having a chat with Georgopoulos, the goal scorer, just few words of advice, making sure that the youngster continues up the pressure. He's had a fantastic opening first half, opening half an hour of the first half, and he's been able to get himself on the score sheet in the 7th minute, for those of you who joined us after the opener. If you go back to the 7th minute, if you haven't seen the goal, check it out. It was a great work there by Pascoe Vale, as Georgopoulos was able to take a shot from outside of the box and beat Harry Chukadun. And it's still 1-0 here with about just under 15 minutes to go.
Melbourne Knights haven't been without their chances though. And this man here's been busy. Saul gets it back from Frunjic. Zvikovic. There is the youngster Georgopoulos, but this time beaten to the ball by Frunjic, and all the way back to Bryce, who picks out Jersic. The cross in, nowhere near Hamish Watson. The Melbourne Knights bench wants a corner here, and they won't get it. Pascoe Vale goal kick.
There has been another goal at Frank Holohan Soccer Complex. The Altona Magic, the visitors, are 2-0 up. They've managed to double their lead about 15 minutes into their contest, and it's not looking good for Dandenong City, who are currently struggling at the bottom of the NPL Victoria ladder. That match, of course, is between the two newly promoted sides, so it'll be very interesting to see how that match turns out.
I did see Dandenong City, I think it was round 4, Josip grinds out a really good win against Green Gully, but they have struggled this season since coming up. Yeah,
that contest against Green Gully, at Green Gully Reserve, it was a fantastic showcase between the two sides, but great work, individual work from Anthony Polyak, who managed to secure a hat-trick that day.
Abascal couldn't get around Calabria that time. Van Chip on Saul. Falls to Tallarico. Going in, winning the ball was Ilskok, and now David Van Chip. He's onside, almost trips over. The flick pass back, looking for Bernabeu Madrid. Comes unstuck. Melbourne Knights out of danger once more. Some nice through balls for Pascoe Vale tonight. Only one goal to show for it. Without seeing the stats, it does feel like Knights have had the lion's share of possession in these first 34 minutes. Pascoe Vale throw.
Yeah, since that Pascoe Vale opener, I mean, the Knights have found a way to settle the ball and work around. They haven't been afraid to go back all the way to Harry Chukadun between the sticks and use him, his class feet. But as we see, once again, the Knights just pressing Pascoe Vale, not letting Pascoe Vale get out. But Pascoe Vale have been able to make use of a couple of counter-attacks and get a few opportunities and seem dangerous. So even if we don't see another goal in the next 10 minutes, it's going to set up a cracking second half.
It's been 35 minutes of good football here at CB Smith Reserve. Another heavy challenge. The whistle hasn't blown too much in this first half. No cards in this game so far. Referee happy to allow play to flow tonight, which we'll never complain about. Ilskok. Almost a bit of confusion there with Watson. Zvikovic wins it back for Melbourne Knights. Trying to work his way back to a central area. Comes unstuck. Georgopoulos. Blocks ball, Bryce. Falls to Albano. Al Arabi again in the right spot. Uzkok for Watson, a nice pass. Watson can't work his way around to Al Arabi though.
Yeah, the Knights just didn't seem to have that that finishing touch there. As Watson grabbed the ball, he wanted to go around Hakeem Al Arabi instead of trying to maybe take a shot. As Nick Feely does a great job to get a hand onto that first. Doesn't get a foul against him, as Tomislav Uskok and Nick Feely. Great show of sportsmanship there, as it goes out for a Melbourne Knights corner, which captain and skipper Marijan Svitkovic will be delivering, most probably in-swinging right footer.
can't help but feel, if the game shouldn't already be 1-1, that Melbourne Knights would be extremely unlucky to go into the sheds down here at halftime. Zvikovic's ball. It's a long one. Sewell keeps it alive. It is cleared out eventually. All the way back to Jersic. Immediate pressure from Davey Van Schip, but Jersic holds on to it. That looked like a long-range shot. That's what it looked like anyway. No trouble for Feely in the end.
Yeah, knowing Luke Jurcic, that was a long-range shot, but nobody else was moving. I mean, he didn't really have anywhere to advance a ball forward at any point. Just for those wondering, with Altona Magic, it was Mikel Hemen who opened the account in the second minute, and Troy Ruthven finished off a penalty in the 13th minute to make it 2-0 for Altona Magic away from home against Dandenong City at Frank Holohan Soccer Complex.
Away win's hard to come by. And a good start for Magic. El Arabi's going to pick out Chakaruan with that long ball. And a wasted attack for Pascoe Vale. They might get a second chance though. Sloppy pass back. Sewell. Now a bit of space for Sewell to work with. Watson's come up a bit. Through ball to Zvikovic, doesn't work out. Here's Talarico. Through the legs of Uzcock, but only picked out Sewell. Spills to Belan. For Curtis. And now Van Schip. Nice little touch for Rahimi. And here's Davey Van Schip. As we mentioned earlier, 7 goals already this season for Davey Van Schip. This is a Pascal. Trying to thread the needle there and pick out Bernabeu Madrid. Almost successful in doing so. Franjic pressured by a couple of Pascoe Vale players, and eventually the hosts do win the ball back. As Talarico combines with Belan at midfield. Now Rahimi. Saw off Watson. Got his pass away in time. Calabria. Can he pick out Felipe Bernabeu Madrid here? No, but it might not matter. Long range shot from Talarico, well wide.
Yeah, it's the first time Pascoe Vale have had a shot at goal, we could say, for a few minutes now. We have a look at the Knights setup. You have a look just a minute ago. We had Hamish Watson here right in front of our media tower. He's come all the way to the halfway line to pick up the ball. He's done a nice 1-2 advancing forward. Last week against South Melbourne, as the Knights were chasing a lead, he got subbed off on the hour mark in the 60th minute. It'd be interesting to see with Mickey Cholina's bench that he has at the moment, if that is if it's going to be a similar outcome in the second half, especially as the Knights might find themselves chasing a lead again in the 60th minute.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Yossi, but I think I was listening to the coverage that you and Teo were providing, and you were quite surprised by that sub.
Yeah, I was quite surprised with that sub. I mean, the Hamish Watson has come into the Knights squad this season to bring the Knights goals. He managed to conjure up a few goals in the first few rounds of the season, but he has been scoreless. I believe it's in the last 4 games, as it was, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, AJ Inea who came in for him. So Mickey Cholina was looking for that younger pace as they were playing on the counter. Knights don't look like they're playing on the counter tonight, as Pascoe Vale are quite happy to defend this lead for now, especially coming up to this half-time break in about 5 minutes' time. So it's going to be interesting as the Knights have had most of the ball in this first half, whether Mickey Cholina decides to keep Hamish Watson on, as he's the type of player that can just pop up at any point, just like Gian Albano, and get the Knights a goal.
Out for a Melbourne Knights throw here. Can they get that equaliser they've worked so hard for before half-time? Rahimi. Bernabeu Madrid. Flag was up.
Yeah, they've been trying to utilise Bernabeu Madrid's pace up front. There was that one instance where they did get Bernabeu Madrid 1v1 with Harry Chakadun. He wasn't able to convert that, but it has chances have been hard to come by for Pascoe Vale, as we may be seeing a head injury here. Great work from the referee to stop the match straight away. So we might see a bit of a break here, as the Melbourne Knights physio does look to go to the other side of the pitch. It's a bit of a run to the other side as we have a look here. Just rechecking what happened here. I believe there may have been a flying elbow that may have connected there. But we haven't seen a foul given or any bookings as the Knights restart the contest with the drop ball, as the ball goes to the feet of Nick Feely in Pascoe Vale's goals.
Looks like Dazelle was the aggrieved player. He's back out there now. Al Arabi. It's been solid in defence, Hakeem Al Arabi, in this first half. Alongside his goalkeeper, Nick Feely. Probably the best two players on the pitch in his first 45. No indication yet from the assistant referee as to any stoppage time. Jursic does find its way to Watson. Looking to turn, but Georgopoulos was there for Pascoe Vale. Now Balan has Hakeem Al Arabi, but no, he will go further back to Pascal. Wide ball. Al Arabi only finds out of bounds, and Melbourne Knights throw coming up.
Yeah, just as you mentioned there, coming up to the last minute of regular time in this first half, so we'll wait for the assistant referee, the fourth official, to put up his stoppage time verdict. My guess would have it at about maybe 2 minutes, maximum 3 minutes. It has been a fantastic first half to watch. The referee has let the play go. Evidently, we have not seen any yellow cards, so it's been a very clean affair from both sides, and very entertaining to watch.
Zvikovic. Sewell, the first time cross. It is a dangerous ball, and it does win a corner in the end, as Calabria forces it out of bounds, and we are about to get an indication from the assistant referee. 2 minutes, Josip. Yep, 2 minutes of injury time to close out this first half. Can Knights go into the sheds at 1-1? Done so much of the attacking, but find themselves behind on the scoreboard. There was a offside flag up that time. And up goes the 2 minutes on the sideline, right in front of us. Just trying to get the placement of the ball right here for this free kick.
Yeah, the 2 minutes of stoppage time there, given by the fourth official. I don't see any real chances maybe being created in these last 2 minutes. I feel like this game's just going to drag out to the half-time, and it's going to be up to Vitali Ferrante and Mickey Cholina to bring their troops back into the change rooms, as Anthony Giselle's not happy with something there.
He's had an interesting 5 minutes or so. Melbourne Knights free kick at halfway. Again, Hakeem Al Arabi is the man that gets it back out of danger for Pascoe Vale at the back. Maybe a chance to counter here late for the home team. Davey Van Schip comes unstuck. Pressure there from Vikertzis, gave away the foul. This is Salt. No handball according to the referee. The throw is going Melbourne Knights' way, it seems.
Yeah, this should be the end here. It's Pascoe Vale's ball. Throw in for Pascoe Vale, and it's going to be half-time soon. As Gian Albano gives the ball back to Hakeem El Arabi. We are actually... The players are discussing at the moment whether it's a handball or a throw-in. Looks like it's going to be a throw-in.
That's it. Melbourne Knights had a lot of the ball. The Pascoe Vale have the lead thanks to a seventh minute goal by Nick Georgopoulos. It's 1-0 at half-time, Josip.
Yeah, like you said, Knights have had a lot of the ball. Pascoe Vale have been happy after getting the 7th minute lead to sit back, soak up the pressure and maybe play on a bit of a counter-attack, trying to use Felipe Bernabeu Madrid up forward. Has been a very entertaining first half to watch, despite there only being one goal in it. But as I said before, Mickey Cholina and Vitale Ferrante have some work to do in the dressing room now, and we can only expect this game to get better in the second half.
We'll take a break here. 1-0 lead for Pascoe Vale at half-time. Welcome back, everyone, to CB Smith Reserve. Second half about to kick off here between Pascoe Vale and Melbourne Knights. I'm Adam Sarri-Coglu alongside Josip Hertog. Josip, what did you notice in that first half? What adjustments are you making if you're the two coaches before the second half gets underway? No subs, by the way.
Yeah, there haven't been any substitutions at this point. From Pascoe Vale, you've taken the early lead, been able to keep the early lead. After the Knights were able to create a few chances and get 2 one-on-ones. If I'm Pascoe Vale, I'm looking to maybe stamp my authority onto this game, maybe come out, try get a second half goal quickly to double their lead. You've got on the Pascoe Vale bench, we haven't gone through the benches yet, so you've got Matt Hennessy, Luca Santilli, Michael Ferrante and Stephen Hatzakostas. So you got a couple names there, especially Hatzakostas, who can come on and maybe help out the attack with Van Schipt and Bernabeu Madrid there currently. And if I'm Melbourne Knights, just more of the same, to be honest. They've been able to get a foot onto the game. They've been holding the ball very well, creating opportunities, not afraid to go all the way back to goalkeeper Harry Chakaran when need be and attack on the other side. So it's all systems go now, by the looks of it, and we are kicking off the second half.
Thank you, Josip. Maybe an early chance here for Melbourne Knights. As Giselle can't find a way through inside the box. Van Schipp in a tangle there with Bryce. Ball does fall out of play there. Melbourne Knights throw. Swikovic. Not a great ball for Giselle and easily cleared out by Curtis.
Yeah, it was good work there from the Knights. Uskok managed to keep the ball safe as a 50-50 ball was played to him. But the Knights will look to continue to attack forward.
Saul, who was very busy on the left side in the first half for Melbourne Knights. Franjic back to Saul. No one deep here for Knights, so he goes backward. Bryce. Jessic. Giselle goes down. Heavy challenge there by Calabria, and it is a Melbourne Knights free kick. Into the attacking third they go. Offside, though, is Joseph Franjic.
Yeah, that was very interesting there. I mean, Joseph Franjic was doing a whole lot of screaming for the ball there, and then when the ball came from Giselle, he was just offside. So what looked like a great opportunity there for the Knights to maybe sneak one. It did not eventuate, as Pascoe Vale will be in no rush to take this throw-in right in front of our tower here.
Rahimi. Svikovic gets it back here for Melbourne Knights. A lot of navy blue shirts around him and no way through in the end to pick out Watson. Chakaran's going to collect this one. Set up a new attack here for Melbourne Knights. It's Corey Salt back to Chakaran. Giselle, who's been very busy in the early stages of his second half so far. Jersik's ball in. Easy one for Nick Philly.
Just updating the other affair at Frank Holohan Soccer Complex. We have half-time there. Dandenong City 0, Altona Magic 3. Mikael Hemmen opened the scoring in the second minute. Troy Ruthven converted a penalty in the 13th minute, and Sammy Noor has popped up, and just after the half-hour mark, managed to put in a third for Magic, who are very comfortable and trouble at Dandenong City at this current point in time.
Looks like the goal difference will get a nice boost for Magic in that one. The close ones here at CB Smith Reserve. Pascoe leading, even though Melbourne Knights have probably been a better team out on the park so far. This throw will go to visitors' way. Quickly taken by Franjic. This is Bryce. Giselle. Albano, was that handball? It was, but the referee decides it wasn't. And that's the only opinion that matters in the end. Here is Corey Salt. Not quite as enterprising as he was in the first half. He's been a bit more conservative so far with his possessions in the second. Giselle. More of the game coming through him at the moment. The cross in. Not great. Mickey Chelina not happy with it. Felipe Bernabeu Madrid on the outskirts of the penalty box. Just took too long to make a decision, and Knights eventually win it back in the end. Uzcott. Giselle. Franjic. Now Svikovic in the middle of CB Smith reserve. No, sorry, it's Watson. Sewell. Bryce. This is Svikovic. Georgopoulos on him. Patient build up here by Melbourne Knights. Sewell struggled to get around Tallarico and then struggled to get around Georgopoulos as well. Here's the first card of the evening, and it's shown to Corey Sewell.
Yeah, it just goes to show, I mean, how much of a clean affair this match has been. The second half hasn't really maybe had the firecrackers that maybe some may have expected, but the Knights have been able to continue that first half form of just keeping the ball, being patient in their build-up play, and Pascoe Vale maybe not too comfortable at the moment as they look to go forward here.
It's Adrian Tallarico, does well, and he'll cross in here, but it's blocked by Sewell. Van Schip. Georgopoulos back to Van Schip. What does Davey do here? He goes back to Balan. Nick Georgopoulos. Rahimi. Georgopoulos again. Rahimi. Central ball here for Balan. No way through though for Pascoe Vale at the moment, so he goes all the way back to Calabria. Vikertis in the Calabria again. He'll go all the way back to Feely here. Pressure from Albano. And Feely has to clear this one out quickly. Does. Effective pass as well. Now, Davey Van Schip, is he onside? No. Flag goes up. That might have been a line ball decision. Van Schip's kicked the ball away, and that's going to be a yellow card for the Pascoe Vale striker. So after no yellows in the first half, quickly back-to-back yellows here in the second.
Yeah, it's never good to see a player kicking the ball, especially once the referee blows his whistle. And nothing short of a silly yellow card there from Davey Van Schip. And after seeing, sort of the damage that happened to the Knights just 2 games ago against Avondale when their key man, Tomislav Uskok, was booked twice in about 6 minutes, let's just hope it doesn't happen to Davey Van Schip here.
I'm going to trust the referee's assistant, but that didn't exactly look offside to the naked eye. Maybe that's why Davey Van Schip was frustrated. Vikertis goes with the short pass to Brahimi. In tight quarters, back to Vikertis. Bernabeu Madrid. Pascoe Vale looking to double their lead once more. Bernabeu Madrid was pressure out of that one well by Bryce. He's done very well. Vikertis. Al Pascal. Hakeem El Arabi. Van Schip. Sewell gets in the way. Van Schip will claim the throw. In fact, he will allow Hakeem El Arabi to take it. Keep your comments coming through if you are watching on the NPL Facebook page. Good contest, this one. Calabria, Vikertis. Rahimi. Back to Calabria. Ball took a deflection on the way through. Bernabeu Madrid there for Pascoe Vale. Now Georgopoulos for Balan. Just behind the middle of the pitch. Davey Van Schip. Almost a dead ball. Pass for Georgopoulos off the chest, but ball cleared away. Balan's at the fall here for Pascoe Vale. Rahimi on the edge of the area once more. Pascoe Vale having a good second half here so far. Can they double their lead? Talarico. A half attempt well over the crossbar.
Yeah, just looking at the action that's going on underneath us at the moment. I believe the Knights are going to be bringing on Attila Offley for number 25, Attila Offley for number 19, Anthony Giselle. Anthony Giselle has had a pretty good first half, but just as we're heading into close to the hour mark, 55 minutes played here at CB Smith Reserve. It's going to be Attila Offley who's going to come on with his bright yellow boots, and we'll see if under lights, maybe the number 25 for the Knights, see if he can bring the Knights a lead, and I believe what would be his first goal of the season.
It would be. But in this second half so far, most of the play has been in Pascoe Vale's attacking half. Finally, the referee has the attention of the sideline, and the first substitution of the game will occur as Giselle, who did have a moment in the first half where he had to receive some minor treatment. He's the first man subbed off here, and Offley enters the arena for Melbourne Knights.
Yeah, Anthony Giselle, I mean, apart from that, he did have an opportunity as well, one-on-one up against Nick Feely in that first half. The young number 19 for the Knights, he was in two minds whether to curve it around Feely and go for that back post, but or to go for the front. He chose to go for the front, but Feely, in what was a first half showcase from the goalkeeper.
Hold that thought, Josip, because a chance here for Georgopoulos. Can't quite pick out Bernabeu Madrid. Still didn't know Georgopoulos was coming, and it just pickpocketed him in the end and stole the ball. Rahimi's ball, though, wasted for Bernabeu Madrid. And it is safely out of danger now for Knights. Sorry, Josip.
Yeah, it's all right. Look, even fantastic work there from Georgopoulos, the goal scorer for Pascoe Vale, just showing that doesn't matter how old you are or how much experience you have in this league. If you're good enough to play, you're good enough to play, and you should be on the pitch. As we go forward again with Pascoe Vale.
Bernabeu Madrid, that might have taken a deflection on its way. Doesn't quite pick out Van Schip. Front chair for Melbourne Knights. Now Zvikovic has three Pascoe Vale players around him. Does well to get out of danger. The Melbourne Knights captain looking to pick out Offley, the new man on the pitch for Knights, but doesn't. Rahimi has had a good start to the second half. Rahimi. Bernabeu Madrid goes down. Rahimi looking to pick out Georgopoulos, who's onside. Nick Georgopoulos, great save. Chakarun kick straight into him. It is a corner for Pascoe Vale.
Just as I was mentioning about that first half masterclass with the goalkeepers, Harry Chakarun once again showing why he is the number one man in the sticks for the Knights. Great work there to stop Georgopoulos from doubling his tally.
Zvikovic taking on Georgopoulos here. Takes it all the way to the corner. Earns the throw for Melbourne Knights. So we have a half-time score in the other game. It is Altona Magic up 3 goals to Dandenong City. The other game tonight in NPL Victoria. Sammy Noir with the most recent goal in that one. Ulscock. Price's ball doesn't work out for Offley. Georgopoulos turns, goes inboard for Van Schip. Some numbers out wide for Pascoe Vale. Felipe Bernabeu Madrid, well wide in the end. First decent shot though of the second half there.
Yeah, as that ball came from Adam Bryce, it was meant for Gian Albano, but Gian Albano saw the run of Attila Offley, the fresh man on the pitch, and as he's dummied it, it was great work from Calabria there, the centre-back for Pascoe Vale, to clean it up, and it just goes to show, you give away the ball comes into the attacking third for Pascoe Vale, and they'll take a shot, they're not afraid. They're up in front of their home fans, they've got a 1-0 lead, heading into just past soon, we're coming up to the 60th minute, the hour mark, so it'll be interesting to see what we have in store here for the last half an hour.
Not quite at the hour mark yet. Pascoe Vale 1, Melbourne Knights 0. Davey Van Schip's ball. Just fell behind Bernabeu Madrid that time. High boot there from Davey Van Schip. Nothing came off it in the air. There's Offley. Freshest man on the pitch. Looking to go 1-2 here with Watson. Attila Offley. Can he get to the ball? He can, but it is blocked as soon as he does get boot to ball. And out for a corner here. And they had a few in the first half, Melbourne Knights. Calabria was the man that forced the corner in the end for Pascoe Vale. Zvikovic to take it. Still waiting for Pascoe Vale's first sub of the evening.
Yeah, as we just talk about the subs there, I mean, as I mentioned, Pascoe Vale's bench, Matthew Hennessy, Luca Santilli, Michael Ferrante and Stephen Hatzakostas. It's been a much more attacking mindset from the Melbourne Knights, with their bench being Tom Potterides, AJ Inea and Adrian Tardio left on the bench since we've seen that first sub where Anthony Giselle came off for Attila Offley. Mickey Cholin has only got AJ Inea, Adrian Tardio and Tom Potterides to look at, so only one defensive-minded player in there. As we look in front of us, it's Pascoe Vale with the opportunity there. It was the skipper, Adrian Tallarico, number 2 for Pascoe Vale. He broke forward as Vitaly Ferrante sends some of his players to warm up right in front of us.
Usual captain Joseph Youssef not in action tonight. Long clearance here from Chakaruan. Al-Arabi went out. Franjic to Sewell. And they're out here, Melbourne Knights. It's Albano on the left. Could have crossed there. And still asking for it. Here's Uzcock. Finally it comes his way, but it's far too late. Franjic for Sewell. The right foot cross. Too shallow. Pascal was there for Pascoe Vale. Is that going to stay in play for Bernabeu Madrid? No.
Yeah, the one thing in football, not just football, but all sport, when you're chasing the match, it's important to not get caught up in the moment. And I feel like Gian Albano just there, he was holding the ball. You had Tomislav Uskok asking for the balls. The ball comes to Albano himself. And great save there by Nick Feely. Another fantastic save from the goalkeepers here today.
He's been outstanding, Nick Feely, this evening. He's been the man of the match in this first hour. That's going to be a Melbourne Knights throw to be taken by Tommy Uscott.
Yeah, as I was saying, the Knights just need to continue trusting each other. They need to continue passing the ball around. They've had a foot on this game for quite a while now, been able to have control of the possession. They just got to continue playing it around, not get caught in the moment, and use the whole team to maybe get a lead here.
Watson, does he get a shot away? Feely again to save. Albano can't get to it. He's gone down. And a red card, a straight red. Hakeem Al-Arabi sent off and a penalty for Melbourne Knights.
Very harsh there for Pascoe Vale. I mean, the referee's given the penalty, and the penalty looking like it may be punishment enough, but the red card there for Hakeem El Arabi is going to completely shift the complexion of this match. The ball came to Hamish Watson. He had a shot. Nick Feely once again saving the opportunity. Came out to Albano as Albano attempted to strike the ball. It was Hakeem El Arabi who got in the way and brought down the winger as Hamish Watson looks to equalise for the Knights from 11 yards.
Nick Feely's been unbeatable tonight in goal so far for Pascoe Vale. Hamish Watson looking to change that and make it 1-1 at CB Smith Reserve. Watson versus Feely. Watson scores, and it's 1-1.
Fantastically struck penalty there from Hamish Watson, who secures, I believe, his 6th goal of the season. Much needed for Hamish Watson, who hasn't been able to score in the last few matches for the Knights. And the away side, who has had majority of the ball in this contest, has been able to find an equaliser, and it is Pascoe Vale 1, Melbourne Knights 1, with about 25 minutes to go in this contest.
Pascoe Vale now to make its first sub, and it's going to be Matthew Hennessy coming on. Pascoe Vale led for an entire hour, and now they're down one man and no longer have the lead. It's advantage Melbourne Knights at CB Smith Reserve. Looks like it's Davey Van Schip that's going to come off here for Pascoe Vale. Offley's ball. Tried to pick out Uzcock. Playing a bit deeper is Uzcock in this second half. Went down, did Rahimi. No whistle that time. And Valente Ferrante is not happy about that at all. Georgopoulos. Saul. Throw coming up for Pascoe Vale, and we will have the sub. In fact, a yellow card is shown to Tommy Uzcock. That looks like it's for dissent. And now the substitution will occur. Matthew Hennessy is going to come on, and Davey Van Schip is coming off for Pascoe Vale. Josip.
Yeah, very interesting substitution there. Davey Van Schip, who's in the top 5 of the top goal scoring charts of the league, but as you can see, he does have a wrap there around his left knee, so just wondering whether that's going to be due to injury, maybe a niggle that we don't know about, but got to trust into Vitali Ferrante, the very experienced coach at the forefront of Pascoe Vale's setup, as Hennessy drops into centre back, and Pascoe Vale maybe look to just defend this 1-1.
You're right, Josip. It's not a very attacking move for Pascoe Vale, but they're now down 10 men. Interesting, Tommy Uzcock, who just received the yellow card with what looked like dissent. Still not finished with his conversation with the referee. There's a throw here for Pascoe Vale. What does Valente Ferrante have up his sleeve here? Down to 10 men, a free kick to be taken by Nick Georgopoulos. 4 men, now 5 men in the area for Pascoe Vale. Pascal works his way back there as well. The long ball from Georgopoulos to the top of the area. Pascal surrounded by Knights defenders. Franjic. Offley. Uzcock. Tallarico's on him. Tommy Uzcock. Turn to his left. Luckily there was support there. Zvikovic. Melbourne Knights here potentially snatch the lead. Searching ball in. Comes to no avail. Zvikovic gets it back. Another chance here to cross it in for the Melbourne Knights skipper. Uzcock. Aidan Bryce, the long-range shots. Not too far wide in the end. Yeah,
not the first shot that the Knights have tried to attempt from 30, 35 yards out. but you can imagine that majority of these final 20-25 minutes will be played in the Pascoe defensive half. They do find themselves a man down after Hakeem El Arabi did receive a straight red card, which means he may be missing 1 or 2 games there. But as you said before, Tomislav Uskok found himself in the book as Felipe Bernabeu Madrid is flagged offside here. Not the first time he's been able to skip through the Knights' defence. But yeah, Tomislav Uskok with the yellow card. We've seen this happen before. Uskok's just got to keep his head and make sure that he can be a pivotal man for the Knights.
Melbourne Knights are on the counter-attack here. It's Offley. Shot blocked. Albano, apologies. Bryce. Jersic. This is Offley. The right foot cross, the outswinger, just over the head of Zikovic. Saul with the big strike off the post. That's going to be a throw, I think. It is.
Yeah, massive opportunity there for the Knights. Corey Sewell, which would have been his first goal of the season. The left back who's had his work cut out for him today, being a pivotal option for the Knights going forward, especially with their counter-attacking, their possession-style football that they've been showing us today. But that effort with the left foot as it was swinging out towards goal, I mean, looked like it had Nick Feely beat. Just the pace on that ball, but it has struck the post, so much so it went out for a Pascoe throw-in.
Really thundered into the post. It was a wonderful strike, just didn't find the netting in the end. And again, Melbourne Knights on the attack as the active supporters now find some voice. Here's Saul again once more. Right football for Frunius, just over his head, out the back, maybe a chance. Offley, 2 now, 2-1. 2-1 and Knights lead.
Just as we were saying, the substitute, number 25 for the Melbourne Knights, Attila Offley, with his first goal of the season and his first league goal for Melbourne Knights. It's been a long time coming for the marksman off the bench, but Attila Offley has flipped this contest completely on its head. Pascoe being able to get an early lead, 1-0, and the Knights, bit of touch of fortune there, getting the first penalty and the red card for Hakeem El Arabi, but take nothing away from the visitors today, who have been able to control the possession and most of the play, and it is Pascoe 1, Melbourne Knights 2.
At the hour mark, only 11 minutes ago, it was Pascoe 1, Melbourne Knights 0. Some turnaround by the visitors. Is Felipe Bernabeu Madrid onside here? He is. He needs support though. Georgopoulos, has he got enough space for a shot? Maybe not. Onto the left he went, shot blocked. Bryce clears out. Melbourne Knights looking for a third here perhaps. Zvikovic. Uskok. Got held onto by Georgopoulos and a free kick for Melbourne Knights. The intensity is really up here at the moment at CB Smith Reserve. Great finish by Offley. You felt like that second goal was coming. Sewell missed one into the post moments before. Knights have their first lead of the evening. Foul on Calabria. Josip, you were talking about Pascoe being somewhat conservative after getting the lead after only 7 minutes. Now down one man on the pitch. Hakeem El Arabi sent off. That might have been a costly error because all the energy's with Melbourne Knights at the moment. Pascoe don't look like they're going to find the back of the net here again tonight, as Chakarun is going to clear this out.
Yeah, it was a bit of a conservative setup from Vitaly Ferrante for Pascoe. As we said there, you get that red card, costly. Not only does it make sure that you have a man less for the rest of the contest, and here goes another one. It's only yellow there for Adrian Tallarico, the Pascoe Vale captain. But yeah, as we're saying there, the red card, not only does it ensure a man less for the rest of the match, but also in the box, penalty, you lose the lead that you've held for so long. And now the Knights are all over Pascoe Vale here at the moment.
As we've said, there were no cards at all shown in the first half. 5 already here in the second, including a straight red for Hakeem Al-Arabi. And so it's 11 versus 10. As Offley, the second goal scorer, crosses it in. Quickly denied, though, by Calabria. Melbourne Knights are a third goal away here from potentially booking the 3 points. Jersic, Offley. The outswinging cross, looked dangerous for a moment. Pascoe eventually got back there. Zvikovic beats Tallarico. Into the area he goes. The Melbourne Knights captain, left foot! Almost 3-1, just wide right.
Yeah, fantastic work there from the Melbourne Knights skipper. Ex-NPL, ex-VPL player of the year, gold medalist. And now we do see why. He does always offer that that clinical attacking for the Knights, and we just saw there as he was working his way through the Pascoe Vale defence there, he put the shot on it, put the ball onto his left foot, and the strike was very powerful. But had it been half a metre to the left, that would have struck the side of the net, and that would have been 3 points secured for the Knights. As we're speaking of securing 3 points, Altona Magic have found a fourth at Frank Holohan Soccer Complex. I believe it was Ross Archibald who has scored that. So that is 4 goals for Altona Magic through 4 different goal scorers.
A very good night for Magic against Dandenong City. Pascal has it here for Pascoe Vale. We're into the final 15. Pascoe Vale, right now, would be happy perhaps to snatch a late equaliser and come away with a point here. It's Offley again, who's been very lively since coming on for Melbourne Knights. The right foot cross, Pascal with the head. Here's Saul. Cracked a shot from this sort of area earlier in the half, this time just over the top. An easy one to pick out for Nick Feely. Bryce, Zvikovic, Franjic, Watson. To the left he goes for Corey Salt. Over the top. That's going to stay in play for Albano. The first time cross. Offley. Couldn't connect with the header. For Curtis was there for Pascoe Vale. Franjic needs to find a way to utilise the help of his skipper here. Eventually goes to his right for Uzcott. Jersic. Gets it back from Uzcott. All the way back to Bryce. Who's been in the early season discussions about the gold medal. I think I heard you and Taylor talking about that last week at Knights Stadium. Josip, through ball Albano. Hennessy gets back, does well in the end to concede the corner.
Yeah, well, I had a chat with Teo at that last game. We were just having a chat. Why wouldn't a defender be able to win it? And Aidan Bryce would probably be one of the top pickings there. He's had a fantastic start to this season. And I see him coming up into the box now, Aidan Bryce and Tomislav Uskok, given that height advantage. As Uskok looks to head to the front post, as Bryce makes the short run.
Balan got the ball back out for Pascoe Vale and actually picked out Georgopoulos. The throw is going to go his way. Bit cramped for the Pascoe Vale youngster. Still 2 substitutions to come here. Looks like Pascoe Vale is readying their second of the evening. Balan. This is Calabria. Looking for Rahimi. Only picks out Bryce in the end. Aidan Bryce. That ball looked okay for a moment for Freinich. Now over the top of it is Watson. Hamish Watson. The through ball for Offley. Blocked by Vikertis. Offley gets it back. In the area once more are Melbourne Knights. Vikertis did very well in the end. Wins it back for Pascoe Vale. Georgopoulos. Pressured by Bryce. Melbourne Knights ball. Svikovic has gone down. A deflected ball might have just met him heavily, and he's in a bit of pain at the moment, a Melbourne Knights skipper.
Yeah, it looks like it's maybe hit the windpipe there. Svikovic, who we can see coughing at the moment, maybe having a bit of a tough time breathing. As during this little break of play, it looks like Pascoe Vale are going to make their second substitution. It's going to be Lucas Santilli, the number 7, coming on for what looks like it will be Mohamed Rahimi, number 15. That midfield change there. As the players use this moment to get some fluids in. Just looking towards the weekend that's ahead. Tomorrow we have a 3:15 p.m. start. Avondale FC versus Dandenong Thunder. We then have a 6 p.m. start. 2 matches. Heidelberg United facing Bentley Greens and Port Melbourne facing Oakley Cannons. So they are 3 contests tomorrow that look unbelievably matched. And then we got a Sunday afternoon 4 p.m. kickoff, South Melbourne versus Hume City, and Monday night Kingston City hosting Green Gully. So that is the weekend ahead. It's a fantastic round with matches on Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. So 4 days worth of NPL coverage, and not to forget, we are live and uninterrupted on YouTube and Facebook. Just search up NPL Victoria and all of the streams will be available there.
That's how we like it. A round of fixtures that are well spread across the entire weekend and even into Monday. Those Monday night games at Kingston City are well and truly a hit with the locals. Gets a good number on the streaming as well. It's Halarico for Balan. Pascal. It'll be a tough game for Green Gully, that one at Kingston City on Monday night. Here's Georgopoulos. Santilli's first touch is a cross in. Quickly denied by Bryce.
Yeah, well, I've got to say, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's 3:15 kickoff. Avondale at home up against Dandenong Thunder. Avondale were dealt their first, let's say, non-win of the season as they drew to Hume City, 1-1 away from home last round. But Dandenong Thunder, what a team they are. They'll manage to get that win against Dandenong City after being 3-0 down in the first half. Just shows that the fight in that team and the hunger for results is fantastic. So it's going to be an unbelievable match tomorrow, and then right after it we got Bentley Greens and Heidelberg, so that's going to be very juicy if you ask me.
Josip, I haven't seen Hume City live this year, but they've been a real roller coaster so far this season. They've been excellent at times and surprised with some bad results as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen them live either. I'm going to book that in 100% by halfway point of the season, but as you said, they've been very up and down, really showing signs of being a mid-table team, but they will really be looking to see if they can settle themselves and maybe get a bit of a consistent run, so they can apply themselves and maybe secure finals football this season.
Well, any team taking points off Avondale should be definitely thinking about finals at least. So we're inside the final 10 minutes here at CB Smith Reserve. It remains a 2-1 lead for Melbourne Knights. Talarico's touch just a bit too heavy. Uscock, that's how they're going to pick out a Pascal, although Watson was coming late. Watson with the heavy challenge. No foul according to the referees. Done well in the end. Hamish Watson. Zvikovic looking for Offley. who would have been well and truly offside, and Feely claims it in the end, quickly throws for Georgopoulos, who went flying. Another sub coming up. Hatzakostas is coming on. A yellow card has been shown here to Luke Jersic, and the final change for Pascoe Vale is Stephen Hatzakostas is looking to come on. Georgopoulos is actually the man coming off here, so he can have some extra time to recover from his ails. Georgopoulos off, and Hatzakostas is going to come on. So Pascoe Vale search for this equaliser. Now limping off is Nick Georgopoulos, who has been enterprising again tonight for Pascoe Vale. Hatzakostas comes on.
Yeah, I mean, Nicholas Georgopoulos, just showing his class there, the youngster. Been able to, run out a good 84 minutes in this very entertaining contest as Chakarum spills.
It's going to work out okay in the end. Saul was there to clear out for Melbourne Knights. Another Pascoe Vale man's gone down here. That might be Talarico. Play continues in the meantime. Unless Watson does do the sportsman-like thing. No. Talarico back up on his feet and play continues. Saul. Aidan Bryce for Jersic. The cross in from Frunjic. Can't pick out Watson, who tried to keep it in. Pascoe Vale throw. We've now seen 6 cards shown in this second half, 3 each to the two teams. 1 red for Kemal Arabi. Pascoe Vale down to 10 men. And that was a penalty that resulted in Hamish Watson converted in the 65th minute. So Pascoe Vale have had to play out the best part of this final half hour with 10 men. And that's when Melbourne Knights have struck. And they're maybe not done yet. Here's the shot from Wooscock. Safely into the hands of Feely in the end.
Yeah, you just see the advancing nature of Luke Jurcic, the right back for the Knights, who's going to get onto the ball again. Was able to run around Attila Offley there, given that attacking option. And the ball's come in just outside the box on the edge of the inside the D there. Tomislav Wooscock with the first time effort, but Nick Feely had his number there as Wooscock's calling for the ball again.
Melbourne Knights definitely are done scoring. It's a stark contrast from when Pascoe Vale led much earlier in this game, and they went conservative in their approach. Melbourne Knights have not stopped attacking, and there is the finish. Albano with the final touch, Feely with the fumble. 3 points coming up for Melbourne Knights.
Yeah, Tomislav Wooscock being instrumental there. Asked for the ball first. Gave it to Attila Offley. Attila Offley's little touch came out to Watson. As Watson gave it back out to Wooscock, who was by himself on the right wing there. And the ball came across to Gian Albano. And Gian Albano, who was a man on fire prior to that South game last week, covers ground well tonight and beats Nick Feely for a third time. Somebody who looked unstoppable in that first half has conceded 3 in the second half.
I may have misspoke. It looked like to the naked eye that Feely did get a touch on it. I don't think he did, actually, and ended up being, looked like an accidental finish, but a nice finish nonetheless by Albano. As Knights look to now introduce their next change, it's going to be Tom Podiradis looking to come on. Won't matter much now, though, because it's a 2-goal lead, at least for the time being here. Hatzakostas with the header. Couldn't get purchase. Calls of handball go unheard. Watson's come a long way up here. Heavily pressured by Talarico. There's going to be another card here. Lucas Santilli not happy. Referee wants to have a conversation. Might need to look at the replay to see what's actually happening here. Lucas Santilli was the one that looked most animated. I've not seen a card shown yet. Don't think I've seen a card yet. Josip?
Yeah, it was Hamish Watson who had the ball there, and as Hamish Watson broke away with the ball, Lucas Antilli, maybe a bit of retaliation there, made his way towards Hamish Watson, showing his frustration, but the Melbourne Knights really do not need to be getting involved in little episodes such as that. They have a 2-goal cushion with 2 minutes to go of regular time. They just need to make this substitution. It's going to be Tom Potteridis coming on. It'll most probably maybe be even Hamish Watson coming off.
So Watson did receive a yellow as well as Lucas Antilli out of that incident, and the Melbourne Knights change will now occur. Corey Saul is going to make way for Tom Potteridis. I don't think it's going to be Saul, actually.
Yeah, my apologies there. It's going to be number 3, Tom Potteridis, coming on for number 2, Luke Jurcic. Luke Jurcic, who's made his way back into the lineup for Mickey Challoner's Melbourne Knights team after being absent for last week's loss against South Melbourne. Tom Potteridis coming in. Corey Sewell coming from left back to right back. And Tom Potteridis, who's going to take this throw-in on the left-hand side.
We're going to have a long stoppage time period here. 6 minutes have just been shown by the 4th official. So that's plenty of time for Pascoe Vale. Although, as unlikely as it might be, Uzcock here. Tallarico did well. Over the crossbar it goes. It remains at 3-1, but 6 minutes, maybe, just maybe, a tiny chance for Pascoe Vale.
Yeah, of course. I mean, while there's still time on the clock, there's always a chance. Pascoe Vale going to need to get a goal within the next minute or two, and then that'll give them enough time to maybe snitch a third. But I'm surprised to see where the referee found 6 minutes. I was going to go with maybe 4, but referee's call is the one that stands. 6 minutes for Pascoe Vale to chase back 2 goals.
Still one change up. Mickey Challoner's sleeve here as well. Hatzakostas. Nice cross. And Chakaruan, that's not gone far off in here. Chakaruan's a bit hurt here as well. He's not getting up. The Melbourne Knights keeper. He's not getting up at all. Dare I say it, Melbourne Knights last sub could well be a keeper sub.
Yeah, the ball was coming across the face of goal there, and as Harry Chakarun, the Melbourne Knights goalkeeper, was looking to get a hand on it, newly substituted player Tom Potteridis came across goal there, and as Potteridis looked to clear the ball, maybe there could have been a collision there between defender and goalkeeper.
So Gifkins, well, he did have his warm-up kit off for a moment, puts his warm-up shirt back on. Looks like the final sub isn't too far away here for Melbourne Knights as Chakaruan gets up now. It looks like the final sub will be Hamish Watson coming off for AJ Inya. Gifkins got excited for a moment, thought he was going to get some minutes here. Here's the corner. Pascoe Vale looking to at least get one back here. All the way back to Tallarico. Lobs it into the area. Abascal doesn't get head to ball. Here's the counter-attack for Melbourne Knights. If it's not already beyond doubt, there's a chance to go 4-1 up here. The ball from Albano. Looking to pick out Watson. That's the corner for Melbourne Knights.
Yeah, as we were saying, that substitution, it'll be, looks like it might be AJ Inia coming on, but just goes to show the Knights had no intent of defending here today, only bringing the one defender on bench and 3 attackers. So even at this point when they find themselves with a 2-goal cushion, where they maybe would like to put on a defender, Tom Potteridis was their only option.
Till Offley was looking for a second goal. It was a powerful shot from about 30 yards, but well off target in the end. So we're halfway through our 6 minutes of injury time here. Melbourne Knights 3, Pascoe Vale 1. Hennessy's given away to foul here.
Yeah, good to see Harry Chakarun back on his feet after that scare a few moments ago. Good to see him looking fully mobile, being vocal there as well. But it's just getting to that point now, Adam, where it looks like it might be enough for the Knights to take these 3 points, important 3 points away from home.
So Inez getting ready to come on. And will be Hamish Watson making way. Scored that penalty in the 65th minute that saw Hakeem El Arabi sent off. And that was the real turning point in this match. That was the moment. We did speak in the first half, Josip, about the fact that Pascoe Vale was up on the scoreboard, but it seemed like the game was on Melbourne Knights' terms, and it's come to fruition here in the second half if you're Mickey Chelina. It's been a great performance tonight by Melbourne Knights. Here is that final sub.
Yeah, it's been a very solid performance from the Knights, who came out. I mean, as I mentioned earlier in the game, last week they were forced to play a counter-attacking style of football. But today they've come out here to CB Smith Reserve, the home of Pascoe Vale Soccer Club, and they've just put their foot, not on the gas, but been able to stamp a foot on the contest. They've held the ball well, they've moved the ball around, they've utilised all of their options, and it's been a very, very, as I said, solid performance from the visitors as they make their final substitution now. But just looking to the other match at the moment, at Frank Holohan Soccer Complex, a 69th minute goal for Dandenong City sees them bring one back, and it is Dandenong City 1, Altona Magic 4, with Zach Thompson getting that finish for the hosts.
Another high-scoring night in NPL Victoria, 9 goals combined in the 2 games. Big weekend coming up, as Josip alluded to before. Dandenong Thunder and Avondale Adventure Park, the pick of the games tomorrow. Zvikovic bowls over. That's a Costas for a Pascoe. Any goal now would be nothing but a consolation prize for Pascoe Vale. Balan, a Pascoe. Hatzakostas. Looking for Bernabeu Madrid. Pascoe Vale throw here to be taken by Lucas Santilli. Goes to a Pascoe. That's it. The 6 minutes are up, and Melbourne Knights claim victory, 3-1. Nick Georgopoulos scored in the 7th minute for Pascoe Vale. Then in the second half, they went bang 3 times, Melbourne Knights. Hamish Watson, John Albano, and Attila Offley the scorers in the end, Josip.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, the turning point of the contest was that penalty for the Melbourne Knights, where not only did Hamish Watson equalise for the visitors, but he managed to also get Hakeem El Arabi sent off for Pascoe Vale. Then they struggled, Pascoe Vale, with the man down, and unfortunately for the hosts, they do come off short this time round against the Melbourne Knights. Closing off here, Adam, it's been a pleasure tonight, and it has been Pascoe Vale 1, Melbourne Knights 3. I'm Josip Herzog. That's all from me. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your weekend in NPL Victoria. Were we better in the second half with the
Yeah, it was a lot better.
It's fucking hard.
Tried to not jump around. Yeah, any movement.
Where we at?
Fuck, it got really cold in that second half, actually. Solid performance from the Knights. Tomorrow the games, mate. Heidelberg Bentley. Heidelberg Bentley. What's this?
Gonna go, boys, with a long day down there.
Yeah, all good. I'm going to try head in and get a few words from Nicky.
What's that? 5 hours of
5 hours of broadcasting tonight. Is that all footy, or are you back on the NPL waves?
Nice Mia.
Likewise, Adam. I'll see you around. I'll see you next time.
See you around.
I'll see you here.
See you tomorrow night, mate.
Yeah.
Boys. Anything behind it,
I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it. No.
All good. Oh, fellas.
No, I'll do it once this is over. Are you going to have a bit of a break? No, I just want to watch it. Yeah, that's right. Get inside.
That's the most thing, like in Barracan for Collingwood, because they always play Friday nights,
Oh, do they?
Saturdays. So
I literally follow no footy, so I've got no idea.
yes, you beauty.
But Friday
So
nights, yeah.
and then obviously,
I guess it's good for the players, yeah, they get their weekends.
yeah, true. It's not good for me when all I do is sport,
Yeah.
which is